All praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akamate pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty throughout the full corners of the world. The hopeful elect, the will and part of that number on Brother Korah Allah. And through the Spirit, it's going to be a quick lesson. You know, you see the name right here, Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus. He was Roman general. I read a little bit on him. It says Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus, or Scipio, also known as Scipio Africanus Major, Scipio Africanus the Elder, and Scipio the Great, was a Roman general and later consul who is often regarded as one of the greatest military commanders and strategists of all time. His main achievement were during the Second Punic War. Right, his main achievement was during the Second Punic War, which was against Hannibal and the Carthaginians, which resided in Carthage, which Carthage was on the east coast of the region today known as Africa. All right, so ultimately, Hannibal was also a tactical genius when it came to battle. All right, Hannibal was Hannibal resided in Africa, or that region at the time. That city was Carthage. All right, and Hannibal may much very well have been a Jake. Okay, Hannibal was a Jake. I'll say that matter of fact. All right, because the elders brought that out before. All right, and Hannibal was bad, man. He was very tactical, and he specialized in guerrilla warfare, and he gave the Romans hell for 15 plus years, right before he was ultimately defeated by Scipio Africanus. All right, along with that land, and that's how that region became known as Africa, because it was named after this man right here, Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus. All right, so with that being said, I have to ask the 2/3, all right, because the nation of Israel, the Akim knows this, man. The Akim waking up, they know this. But I have to ask the 2/3, how could you then call yourself African? All right, are you related to Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus? All right, are you an Edomite? Because the Romans were Edomites. All right, and they were vile, wicked people, man. In their rulership, they had no virtue. All right, no integrity. Okay, these people were lawless. All right, so back to this storyline. At the end of the Punic War, but the Punic War is basically going into the Carthaginians. When you go into the word Punic, it goes back into the Carthaginians, because they ruled that area of and Hannibal, because they ruled that area in the east coast of Africa, along the Mediterranean Sea. All right, so that after Scipio Africanus finally managed to defeat Hannibal, because he'd been studying him for a period of time and his tactics, that land was named after him. So that just goes to show this information was always out there. This is not no new information, but people still call themselves African American. America goes into Amerigo Vespucci, all right, an explorer, but I'm mainly dealing with Africa, all right. So it just goes to show, man, the scriptures is on point when it says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge," because here it is right here. All you have to do is read it, study to show that self-approval, all right, and you find out the history. So with that being said, you have to dig into who Africa, and if you're not African, who are you? You know, which we are the nation of Israel. All right. All right. The 12, we are of the lost tribes, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and you Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Latinos, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. If you do your research on it, okay. Now with that, I have a few scriptures. I'll just bring them out. This is Proverbs 14:5. I lie. Make sure. I'm sorry. This is Proverbs 14:15. Is what I'm supposed to get. Let me just get that fixed. It's Proverbs 14:15. It says Proverbs 14:15. The simple believe every word. Right, the simple believe every word. Who are the simple? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are 2/3 of you, the ones that's not seeking the true understanding, you know, or is not receiving that spiritual eye, which is a gift from the Heavenly Father and the Son, to understand things, man. Although spiritual is, but the simple believe every word. Our people talking about the African American, all right, the Asiatic black men, all right, they're from Africa, Afro, you know, African queens and kings and things like that, man. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going, which the prudent man looketh well to his going, which is, you know, researching things, understanding things, you know, starting with the Bible, of course, the Apocrypha, the laws, understanding the history, all right, and understanding the prophecies, understanding the present time, and understanding the prophecies, which is coming to pass. I have one more script. This is Psalms 49:11. It says, the inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. That's going to the so-called white man, stone with the elites. All right. The inward thoughts that their house shall continue forever, their kingdom, their rulership. You know, the Romans thought that same thing. The Greeks thought that same thing. When you go into the Romans, when they conquered land, when they conquered these different lands, they adopted their way of living. You know, so they basically, you know, flow with the times. You know. So they thought their inward thoughts live on forever. And even today in America, that New World Order is their inward thoughts. All right? That New World Order is their inward thoughts, chipping everybody so they could be like gods upon the earth, keeping an eye on everybody. All right? It says they call their lands after their own names. And I gave you two examples earlier. Amerigo Vespucci. All right? And then also Africa. All right, which is named after the Roman general, Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus. Make sure I got that right. Okay, Publius Cornelius Scipio Africanus. All right, and that was the main. That was the main point of this whole lesson. And with that, I hope brothers are edified. And I don't want to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, citations to the Achamoth, pushing this word, and also saying honesty. Shalom.